Hello, I currently have open govtrack.com, Congress, the United States, and also the United States Congress website, and also Zocalo.com, and also CNN, and also Wikipedia. What am I studying today? Puerto Rico and why it is or is not a state, and why its people can or cannot vote right now. And the answer is, the people of Puerto Rico are United States citizens. They have been since 1917. Now, if you are a Puerto Rican-born United States citizen, then you can vote in United States elections if you are living in the United States, or District of Columbia, which is not considered to be a state. So yes, why can't you vote for the United States elections in Puerto Rico? Well, there's a reason. Ever since Puerto Ricans were given citizenship in 1917, they have not yet decided until 2017 that they want to actually be a state. Several times, the people of Puerto Rico voted. They have their own government there. They voted on this. They voted several times back and forth, and they debated back and forth several times, and then they voted. And every time it was a close margin, but they would keep saying, no, we don't want to be a state right now. No, we're fine, we don't want to be a state right now. So they keep deciding that they don't want to be a state. Okay, being a state is part of electing the federal government. So, finally, in 2017, 120 years after Puerto Rico became under the United States, we took it in the Mexican-American War. Or was it yeah, I believe it was. So we took it. That's conquered territory. But we like you. It's nothing to do with you, Puerto Rico. We like you. We were having a border dispute with Mexico. So, countries do that. Mexico conquers territory. At least they did in the past. That's why there is a Mexico and not the Aztec Empire. And we were fighting over the southwestern border. So, yeah. But point is, in 1900, the Senate declared that it is a territory. In 1917, they decided, yes, these are United States citizens. You are one of us. Okay? And then, 100 years later, the people of Puerto Rico themselves finally say, yeah, we want to be a state. If you wanted to vote in our elections, you would say, hey, let's be a state right now, sooner. So, the problem with Congress is it doesn't matter whether it's united as all Democrats or all Republicans, or if it's a mixed and divided Congress. They're not getting anything done. Congress is very, very slow. And we can either say, well, it's normal that Congress is very, very slow, and that means it's safe and slow and not going to go crazy on us to do things too fast. Or we can say, well, Congress is way too slow and it's bad and we need to fix this. I think it has nothing to do with the political parties. I think that it's the committee system. This awful, stifling committee system is really killing it. I think if we just gave senators homework, just give you a stack of bills this high, go home, read these bills, read them, become acquainted with them, find the bills that you care about, and vote on them yes or no. Just give, instead of doing all this committee stuff, let everyone individually submit a bill to the Congress. If you're submitting bills on the same issue, then maybe you should do a committee because, multiple bills on the same topic is going to compete. So, there should be a monopoly of one topic at a time, like one bill per topic at a time, so that we're not, spamming bills. But if they're sufficiently on the same topic but sufficiently different and overlap each other, they don't contradict each other, then there should not be, you don't have to do that. But the point is, Congress is really slow. So, sometimes to get a bill passed in Congress, that's why we have a phrase today. It takes an act of Congress to get something done. That's because it's really hard to get Congress to decide laws. I guess that means that laws in the United States there's some validity there because it takes such hard work to get them passed. There must be something to it, or else it's really corrupt. So, just letting you know, a lot of times when we try to get stuff done in Congress, it takes time, and the first time you fail. How many of you successfully rode a bike the very, very first time you ever stepped on a bike? Raise your hands. I'll wait. I don't think so. How many of you have tried multiple times and failed until you finally figured out how to do something, until you finally succeeded? That's the way it is with so many bills in Congress. It takes time. We try, Puerto Rico, the Congress of Puerto Rico, they only finally decided that they want to be a United States state, the 51st state, in 2017. That's only 2 years ago. And so when did we finally make a bill to admit them as a full United State? In 2017. Immediately. So let me make this clear. In 2017, the Congress of Puerto Rico said, yes, the people of Puerto Rico, we have voted on this. We want to be a state. We want to be the 51st state. People like me are like, yes, I'm so happy for you. We want you. We want you to be a state for a long time, for decades and half a century and a century, for a long time, since 1900, okay, since 1887, okay. We want you to be a state, all of you. We want you as you. In 1917, we said, yes, you are United States citizens. Yes, we can't force you to be a state, but we can give you citizenship. But you becoming a state, that would affect your form of local government, so you have to decide that on your own. Okay? So, the people of Puerto Rico finally voted in 2017 that they want to be a state. And a nice senator a Republican senator issued the bill to admit Puerto Rico as a state in 2017. So immediately, right away. And so she's a Republican lady. She's still in Congress. I hope you re-elect her. She's awesome. She's a lady. I forgot her name right now. If I go over, I think I'm going to accidentally turn off this video, so I'm not going to do it. But I'll put her name in the description for certain. She's a great senator. She wants the Puerto Rico to be admitted as a United States state. And so she's a Republican, and she got on that immediately. And you know what? It died in Congress. The bill was attempted, and it didn't get through the process. And you know what? That's not uncommon. Basically, bills, the whole committee system, I think that's what's the issue. Bills die in the committee because you're not allowed to vote on these bills unless it can get through a committee, and these committees are really slow. It's the place where bills go to die. Very few bills, 1% of all legislation gets through Congress. So if you want to get something through, you have to do it multiple times, or you have to be really amazing at getting through this horrible system. It's very hard. It's like a bureaucracy or something, because it is. So there's no racism here. This is not racist America. This is not hateful America. CNN, I went to them for some info, but most of it is fake news because they think, oh, Donald Trump doesn't want to help Puerto Rico. That's not really the way that is. That's not very accurate. Donald Trump cares very much about Puerto Rico. He sent a lot of help to Puerto Rico. Why don't we ask some better questions? Because Donald Trump did help Puerto Rico, and he is for Puerto Rico. He's interested in allowing these states to join. He's interested in allowing other territories to join if they want to. Okay, but first try. So that bill failed. But that was the first try. It was only the very first time we tried. You know, it takes, you know, bills don't happen overnight. Laws don't happen overnight. You got to try again. And I hope that that awesome senator lady who tried to pass H.R. 260 from the 115th Congress in the year 2017, I hope she tries again. And I hope she wins this time, so we can shut up the damn Democrats saying, oh, you're a bunch of racists. No, we're not. This is not racist America. This is bureaucratic America. If you want stuff to get done, we need to get rid of the bureaucracy. I want democracy, not bureaucracy. You know, we wanted a democracy. We wanted a republic. A Republican democracy. Because, why is it Republican? Because you have representatives. Republic, representative, that word rep. You're repping someone, you're repping it. You're repping the brand, you're repping your community. Senators are repping their community. They're representatives. They represent you. That's why we're a republic, not a democracy. Because if it was a democracy, they would just have you voting from your living room. So that we have senators because we expect them to be experts to study these issues for us. That's why we vote for them to do that for us, because it's a lot of work. I don't know if you and I have enough time to do all this government in addition to doing everything else we have to do every day. That's why we vote for people to take that job and to do that job for us, because it's just so much. Okay? There's a lot of work to be done. So, Puerto Rican citizens, United States citizens of Puerto Rico are not second-class citizens. They are not being treated, they are not discriminated against. They are not oppressed. They are not being racist against. They are not, and I'm Hispanic too, by the way. What's the difference, you know, I'm not going to get into this, but don't just, you know, I think it's very racist to say, who are you based on just looking at a picture of somebody? What ethnicity is he? How do you know? I'm as Hispanic as they come. I kind of look it too, don't I? Because I am. But okay, so you gotta take this with a grain of salt. You can't just jump to a conclusion and lose your temper, because this has taken a long time. You know what? The United States, believe it or not, we don't like conquering territory. If we wanted to conquer Iraq and make it part of us, if we wanted it to belong to us, we would still be there right now, and we would have that. Iraq would be in the same status as Puerto Rico, but it's not. And so would Germany and France and a lot of other areas. We just don't. We got what we got, and we're fine with that. We don't want any more. Manifest destiny, you know, it happened. Okay, we're done. That's it. But the point is, and I'm going to rephrase this because I know some people, it's really good to repeat yourself because it needs to be said again and again. We need to be reminded. It's good. It's a very human thing to have reminders. We need reminders. We need someone to tell us again and again and again until we finally get it. I remember I was learning to read. I was, 3 years old. And I was trying to read and I couldn't figure out how to read. And I was trying to read again and I couldn't figure out how to read. And finally, like 4 or 5 times, the 5th time or something, my mom, I was sitting at like a little desk that we have in our house, and my mom, she just turned on the light. She turned on the light that was above, like I was in the dark, and she just flipped the light on because, hey, why are you reading in the dark? She flipped on the light, and then I could